Antonio Brown is suing the Bucs for defamation of character. This is leading a lot of people to reignite the conversation around him about whether or not he is dealing with something potentially, whether or not he might have a gripe here, because his lawyer says that this is defamation of character. Antonio Brown's lawyers say that, hey, this is not a mental episode. This was not something that had to do with mental health. And this, in fact, makes other mental health moments, of real mental health moments that people have, look less credible because you're projecting it on Antonio Brown. That's the claim from Antonio Brown and his representative. They obviously are inclined to do so. And look, we should be very clear about this. We can not confirm right now whether or not Antonio Brown had a mental health episode or is dealing with something like that. And that's why I don't go into the speculation of, oh, he is experiencing CTE. I don't, over exaggerate things I don't know about. One thing we do know is, though, everywhere Antonio Brown has been, be it Pittsburgh, be it Oakland, be it New England, be it Tampa Bay, 4 teams he's been with, 3 of those teams, I believe, in 4 years, or 3 of those teams, I believe, in 3 years, actually. Antonio Brown, wherever he's been, has made a reputation of always leaving on bad footing and in a very overdramatic way. His exodus with the Bucs, bad footing, overdramatic to a T. And look, Antonio Brown is saying that, this stems from an issue of him not being healthy enough to play, or him having the belief that he was not healthy enough to play in that Jets game when he walked off. To that I say, okay, let's see what the record states, because here's the honest truth, the God-honest truth about this Antonio Brown situation. He's a great player, but, and this is a big but, it is very difficult to take him at his word, given his track record. This is the same individual who threatened his accuser in a group chat and then made it public, thinking this would be a good thing. This was the same individual who put a call he had with his coach, a private conversation he had with his coach, out there for the rest of the world, and went into Premiere Pro and made a video about it. This is the same guy who got into a spat with his starting quarterback in Pittsburgh. This is the same guy who refused to show up for practice for the week leading up to a Week 17 game in 2018, where if the Pittsburgh Steelers won, they would have made the playoffs, or could have made the playoffs, I should say. And guess what? He didn't show up the entire week. He wasn't there for his team, and then he showed up on the day of the game thinking he was going to play, and was surprised when he got benched. That's Antonio Brown. So forgive me if I find it hard to believe that Antonio Brown might be right in this situation. Forgive me if I'm not willing to give Antonio Brown the benefit of the doubt, which is saying something, because I usually give players the benefit of the doubt more often than not. It just comes down to this individual and his track record. And I'm not trying to say that Antonio Brown is necessarily a bad individual, a bad guy, whatever. That's not for me to say. What is for me to say is that Antonio Brown did not do himself any favors leading up to this throughout his entire career. The thing about Antonio Brown that has always puzzled me is you have such a great talent, effortlessly great talent, who just somehow always willingly just pisses all that talent away for seemingly nothing. Every single time one of these situations happen, you're just left scratching your head being like, what is this dude thinking? And I think that's why you honestly get a lot of the things about mental health. That's why you get a lot of the concerns about whether or not he might be going through something. And to that extent, I understand why. But at the same time, we shouldn't, talk about it and sensationalize it in a way, because if that is the truth, it's a very serious condition, or it's a very serious issue that needs to be addressed. I can't be the one to address it, though. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers can't be the one to address it, though. The only one who can go out there and address it is Antonio Brown. As far as defamation, I don't know if they really have a case about defamation because really what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Bruce Arians and a lot of the people on that team were saying was, we're concerned about him and we hope he gets out. I don't think that's really defamation. I don't think that's gonna. I'm gonna find it actually hard to believe now that I think about it that a judge would see that in any way as defamation and not throw the case out. Like, you have a really, really hard ladder to climb if you're going to take those statements at face value and think that and try to prove, I should say, that they are defamation. Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.